I've never seen snow. This is so cool. Oh, it's cold as shit. No, that's so awesome. Look at this. It's cold as hell. Oh shit, let's go back inside. Oh my god. Hey everybody, Merry Christmas, and if you don't celebrate Christmas, please unsubscribe from my channel because this is a Christian channel. I'm actually joking, please don't unsubscribe from me. So for me to get to Christmas up until the 25th, I start watching all these really shitty movies just to get myself into like the mood of like, oh, this movie's terrible, it's so awful, and I have like a laugh at it, you know? So every single day I watch a really shitty movie, and it all leads up to the 25th, which is the day I watch The Godfather, like the worst movie ever, right? And so I've been watching movies like Looper, Empire Strikes Back, The Lion King, fucking just trash. And so I usually always watch the same movies over and over again. And I decided to do something a little different this year, and I went to IMDb and I looked up like the worst movies in existence. And in that list, I found a movie that I'd never even heard of, and the box office was not very good, and a decent amount of money went into making the movie, and I was really confused. The movie's called Fant4stic, and Fant4stic actually surprised me because of how brilliant it is. I was actually surprised how much hate the movie got, because every single second that I saw the screen, I was just mesmerized by its the audacity the movie has. It just turned me on. So now I have a new favorite director, obviously, right? His name is Daddy Trank, and now I'm such a huge fan of Fant4stic. You can forget about Spider-Man, Batman, all those terrible heroes. Superman, more like Superboy. Fant4stic is where it's at. I got a new tattoo. Check it out. And so now I wanted to talk about the greatest movie of all time, Fant4stic. So the movie just blasts off into a really, really well-directed scene by Daddy Trank. And this scene is in an elementary school, okay? And we're getting some dialogue from Reed Richards as he was a kid, and he's talking to his class. And I'm just so happy that finally a director understood how children speak.
It's already possible to transport quantum information from one location. So why not a machine that can send people through space?
From one place to another. Well, first map.
This is how kids talk. How do people not realize this? Steven Spielberg, open your eyes! This is how kids talk in real life. I don't understand why adults don't understand that this is how they spoke when they were children. It's always a direct gaze, and they never break contact. And we also get introduced to the character Ben Grimm, who also becomes the Thing, if you didn't know. And I just love the direction Trank took by making his catchphrase, Ben Grimm's catchphrase, "It's clobbering time," come from when he was abused by his older brother.
Hey, clobbering time.
So projecting his childhood pain and trauma by yelling "It's clobbering time" into battle is just brilliant. Now these two kids, Ben and Reed, they go and they activate the teleportation device, which is basically what Reed's been building. And then eventually Reed builds a better version of this when he's older, and then he gets a scholarship and he gets into the Baxter Foundation. Speaking of sex, Reed and Sue don't fuck in the movie. Neither do Reed and Ben. We're also introduced to Franklin Storm, who has a much sexier voice than Morgan Freeman.
He started this project and devoted a decade of his life to it.
And then we're introduced to Victor Von Doom, the most comic accurate character I have ever seen on the big screen. I mean, if you thought this pile of trash was comic accurate, the unsub button is right there. Click it. Victor Von Doom, or should I say Dr. Doom, has always been an edgy teen hacker in the comics. Do not question it. I am the ultimate fanboy. Do you understand? And this interpretation of Victor Von Doom is just so freaking cool. I mean, if you got the two greatest actors on planet Earth, Robert Pattinson and Taylor Lautner, and you merge them together, you'd get this guy. And now for this scene. Daddy Trank decided to change Sue Storm's hair in between scenes. And people think, oh, that's so bad, like why would you do that? Like that's such obvious reshoots. No. It's obviously for a reason, okay? Perfection is always messy. This thing adds spontaneity and unexpectedness to the movie. Don't question it. Just think about it and remember, I'm always right. And also in this very same scene, which is one of the reasons why it's one of my favorite scenes from the movie, is that we just get so much detail on character motivation. It's brilliant. It's flawless.
People running the earth are the same ones running it into the ground, so maybe it deserves what it's got coming to it.
Dr. Doom over here.
Why did you say that name?
We then get introduced to the character Johnny Storm, who is like the perfect mix of charisma and humility. And right after we're introduced to this character, we get one of the best scene transitions in cinematic movie history.
I cannot believe you out here doing this.
We also get one of the greatest jokes in cinematic movie history. And I know, one of the things I always say is, oh my god, this is the greatest thing in cinematic movie history. But the truth is, it's true. This joke, on its own, tears down the Marvel Cinematic Universe as a whole.
You guys know who built the Apollo spacecraft? Went to the moon?
Yeah. Your mama.
And Miles Teller is just so brilliant here. You know how actors, they usually, to study how a human acts, they just look up reference and they just study how a human, would act in a certain situation? Well, Miles Teller has obviously been doing his homework on how a drunk person acts.
I need you to come, because we're going tonight. I told the guys that I'm not going without you. Okay? Who's gonna have my back?
Now, the team decides to go to another dimension, and it leads to an accident, which leads to, everyone getting powers. And the thing is that leads to some amazing CGI. And you ever heard of that movie, Trash of the Planet of the Apes? I know I haven't either. Yeah, Caesar looks like an unfinished model compared to this movie. Fuck you, Caesar. And then we reach the final act, okay? And in this final act, we not only get some of the greatest CGI ever put on screen. It's not messy, it's not muddled at all, you can definitely see what's happening 100% of the time. But we get to see that the Human Torch also has super strength. That's a really, really bold move by Daddy Trank. Much better than Rian Johnson's creative decisions for the Star Wars franchise. Am I right, true Star Wars fans? Give me a what? And at the end of the day, we get to see the destruction that the Fant4stic has caused. And it's so much destruction that it would put Superman to shame. Finally, we get to see the team together as a unit, And it's just brilliant filmmaking. And you see their relationships flourish, They actually have relationships. And that's all I want from you, Daddy Trank. All I want for Christmas
Is you.
Hey guys, so I actually did want to say really quick, Merry Christmas, or Happy Hanukkah, or Crazy Kwanzaa, or whatever you celebrate. I mean, if you don't celebrate anything, that's fine too. I just wanted to say that hopefully your December and New Year goes fantastic. And I'm just really, really grateful for all the new subscribers and all the views, and it's just been crazy. It's been really helpful for me, and I just get like a lot of positive support and trying to get through college. It's awesome. It's great. So I really thank you so much for that. From the bottom of my heart, just amazing. I love you guys. You're the best. Now, one of the things that I really wanted to talk about is that obviously the channel's been changing a lot. From humble beginnings, I used to do fan-made trailers. Not anymore, but they're still there. Hopefully, if they didn't get taken down or anything like that. But the thing is that I wanted to expand and kind of try new things, and this is what I like to do, so I'm doing more of it. And hopefully you stay along for the ride and you enjoy it as well. Yeah, so Return to Zootopia also is coming 2018. Not early 2018 anymore, but mid 2018 due to college. But the episodes will keep coming out until the full thing is done. And yeah, just more video essays and just funny stuff that I just make up along the way, and I hope you all enjoy that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you very much for coming to the table, and I'll see you all next time. This is how kids talk in real life. I don't understand why adults don't understand that this is how they spoke when they were children. It's always a direct gaze, and they never break contact. Oh my god, I've burned my eyes! Oh my god. Oh, yeah, I know. Holy shit, that hurt.